So I have OpenClaw. If you haven't heard what OpenClaw is, it's a personal agent that runs on your local computer. And I just want to talk about how me as a graphic designer uses AI to help build my business and to help me stay on task so that I can move my business forward. Okay, so this essentially is the overview of my system. All of this stuff is I have set up where we've conversated, over a couple weeks of what my goals are, and all these systems are built over a couple weeks. But this gives you a good idea of what you could do. So at 5 p.m. the night before, it scans Reddit and pulls in new ideas and new pain points from potential clients. Next, at 6:30 in the morning, only on Mondays, I have it generate. I scrape businesses, and it generates me an email list that I can reach out to for leads for the week. Now, this is when the actual work begins at 7 a.m. I get a morning brief. I draft a morning brief. It gives me a rundown of the Reddit summaries, gives me my leads, gives me content to post based off of the signals that it found with the Reddit scrape. Now, when we get down here, this is when I start waking up for the day. At 7:30, I get a Telegram message talking about what has been done for the day and everything, all the generation. Pretty much just it runs this whole thing while I'm sleeping. Which then I just go out through my day, just check off the list, do what I got to do, send what I have to send, touch on the leads that are generated for me based on my signals. Everything's based on the signals that I created based on my brand and my business and my goals. Now, this is the core components of it. I use Obsidian, the application, for the brain. It's all written in Markdown. It's easy for the OpenClaw agent to go in and edit. And also, if you have used Obsidian, you know of the graph view. I also use that to make sure all my content and everything is kind of like in one universe, if that makes sense. What my actual agent does, so it manages agents, it runs these jobs every day, it handles memory, and then takes care of messages and stuff, and does execution like coding and stuff like that. Where it's free and open source, I use agents like, I use OpenCode, I also use Ollama, and I have my agent, my OpenClaw agent, connect to those two when it needs to get done. That stuff is also run locally on my machine, so it keeps my tokens and all my usage to a minimum. And then what Kit does is I use Claude for reasoning, Ollama is for generation, and then Cron jobs. Essentially Claude's at the top. Ollama does the work. Claude audits everything, making sure it goes based off of the system that we have set for our goals of the brand and stuff, and that gets routed through. It's like rules. So we have rules set so that any piece of content or anything, any client or whatever, has to go through a set of rules before it comes to me. Now, this is my pain point. This is how I find clients. You take a screenshot. This is exactly how I've been doing it. It's been working pretty well. So I use Outscraper. It's a paid service where it scrapes Google for businesses. So I get 100 leads. It gives me a CSV, an Excel sheet, and I just feed it to Kit. And then Kit analyzes it by rating, website quality, talks about its reviews, what type of business it is, and if it's a franchise or not. I have been focusing on businesses that are in the mid area. I know it says 4.5 to 5 stars, but needs visibility. I have just been focusing on a lot like with my 3 to 4 star businesses with no websites and generic templates. And it's been working pretty well, honestly. I've been getting some clients, we can talk conversation between myself and leads. It's a good thing. So I'm just tightening up. Hopefully I'll get it tight to where I'm actually hitting my target audience on every single lead. Now, here is the cost breakdown. Like I said, a lot of the stuff I do is on local machine. So Ollama that is on my local machine. I downloaded a bunch of models for that. I have OpenClaw as my agent, Obsidian as our knowledge base. We have Cron jobs for scheduling these jobs. The web scraping is the outsource. So total, with $3.50 in Claude and the dollar for the web scraping for the leads, I spend $4.50 on this kind of setup a month, and that saves me 120 hours a month doing this. This is my email system. I'm getting close to the 10-minute mark. You can take a screenshot of it. This is kind of just a breakdown of my emails. I do the 100 leads, and then every week it sends me 25 leads to reach out to, and I just break it down Monday through Friday, 5 leads a day. And this is probably like the most important, I think, with AI being as invasive as it is currently. And with me being a designer, and it's like affecting my business and my ability to make a living, I still use AI in a ethical sense, I guess. I try to be ethical about it. My AI, this is the 3 principles I use. My AI handles research, organization, repetitive, a lot of the admin stuff. That takes a lot of my time because I get sidetracked with a bunch of other stuff that I shouldn't be doing. It gives me a lot more time to handle design decisions, strategy, working with clients, being creative, and doing what I'm supposed to be doing while I'm here. The main powerhouse, honestly, is the Obsidian. I couldn't have gotten this far with as in depth of a system as I would without this application. But Kit does quality control, but everything finally goes through me. I don't have him post anything on its own unless I see it first. But yeah, this is my system. It's a long video. Probably cut it down a little bit, but I don't want to cut it too much. If you like it, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you want to take it for yourself, please take this script generated on a TikTok script generator and give it to your AI and have it build something just like this for your business. All right, dude. Follow me for more tips and tricks on how to be sick as fuck.